Have a think for a second about a really, really simple question with a complicated answer. Who are you? It's, who are you? Like, what makes you you? It's not just about the look of your face or how tall you are or how skinny you are or any of those things, but what makes you you? We use this term personality to characterize the nature of a person. Now, if we say that we know somebody, it doesn't mean that we know exactly what they're going to do at all times. It doesn't mean that we can predict exactly what they're going to say. But it does. This idea of personality is really thinking about who a person is and how do we conceptualize that? How do we think about that? And this is what we're going to get you to explore: is your personality. Now, there's all sorts of different ways of thinking about personality, but the one that we're going to use, the strongest one in research, is the big 5 personality factors or characteristics. Now, what this model suggests, and there's heaps of research to back this model up, is that each of us are made up of varying combinations of 5 different characteristics. So we all vary on these 5 different characteristics. Now, in a minute, you're going to look at these in depth in some videos, but basically the idea that you need to get your head around is that we vary in terms of openness, we vary in terms of conscientiousness, in terms of extroversion, in terms of agreeableness, and in terms of emotionality or neuroticism. So each of us have these kind of varying levels of all of these different characteristics, and those understanding those varying levels of those characteristics helps us to understand how we engage with the world. Okay. And by the end of this process, you're going to have a much better understanding of what your personality is characterized by. Now, it doesn't mean to say that anybody else can predict exactly what you're going to do at any time. That's not the way that personality works. But it does give us some insight. It'll actually give you some insight into the way that you do things and why you do things. And this can really have an important impact on the work that you do, but also on your relationships and the way in which you work with one another. So it's really, really, really interesting. So I hope you enjoy this model. It's a really, really important model for understanding personality. And I look forward to hearing about some great conversations about who you are and you having a really good answer and a really clear answer for what your personality is like.